What is up, people? What is up, man? I am live here, but as you can see, I'm not alone, man. I got Anthony Comics Greats hanging out with us today. So tonight, I know it's midnight, right? Who knows who's up? I just was gonna do a video. Decided to do a video because my parents, I mean, not my parents, my wife went to sleep to figure out I was gonna do something live, and then Biggs went on live, so I had to wait a little while to watch his show. So if you didn't watch that show, please do so. That was a good episode with Joker and Josh. And I'm here to talk about Little Giants Comic Con in New Hampshire. Uh, I don't know if comics are great. Did you hear about this con?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I've heard are great things about it. I obviously didn't go. But I heard that it was the first con of the year from the ever since the pandemic started, right?
I'm not quite sure. I did miss the first one. I
Right.
think the first one, I believe, was in April. I'm not quite
Oh,
sure.
okay. This was so you're talking about number two then.
Yeah, I went to second.
Okay.
I missed out the first one. All right. And I watched a lot of the videos of hold
Yeah,
on.
like
So
Big
I
E's and
got Joker.
Joker.
He said Joker's
Right,
here, but he's in the grabber. Well, gee, that's some info I think we didn't really need, but
right. Yeah,
okay.
TMI, brother. TMI.
What's good? BLD Anthony, all chemists. That's right. What's up, all
Yo,
chemists?
chemist, you gotta come on, man.
Yo, the link was in the chat. In the group chat. So I missed the first one because I had to work, and I
Right.
believe Biggs and them went to the first one, and I watched the videos. 3 Men in the Basement were there. They did the show, and Impressible Defects were also
Right.
there. And I saw Joey does deals, and I seen the books that these guys picked up from all these other people that were there. They picked up
Right.
videos, and they picked up some
Yeah,
hot,
there
hot
were a lot of great deals there.
books. All right. Um, I saw them do a video of the. Someone says, "Can't gotta get subverted." No, but he's watching. All right, that's cool.
Okay.
So I watched the videos, and all they show, if you look at the videos when they show the whole thing, is just books,
Yeah.
long boxes of long boxes and long
Because I
boxes
know
of
that,
books.
I mean, generally, I remember the first video that they said that the Little Giant Con is essentially it's a comic book collectors convention. There's no cosplay, there's no like interviews or anything like that. It's just like for actors and whatnot. It's just pure comic books. Like they'll have artists there, they'll have creators there, they'll have writers there. But it's primarily for buying and selling books, essentially.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's an old school. Yeah.
this was in New Hampshire. All right. When I looked at the video, you could see that the whole video. It's a hockey arena.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what it was. A hockey arena in New Hampshire. I've been in New Hampshire like years ago, but not for a con. But it was something to go. So, Cummins had a question. It says, "BLC, what was the best table?" Well, to me, the best table was the Little Giants, man. The Little Giants who was running the show, man. They had like the whole like middle row, and I mean like massively long. All right, like it was like the longest table I ever seen.
Would
All
you
right,
say
I'm talking
it's
about
similar to what they had?
boxes.
Was it similar to what they had in April? Because I know the pictures
Yeah,
that they had there. From what I was told, the pictures don't do it justice. That's how
yeah,
massive this table was.
yes, yeah. No, I looked at the old video, the first one and the second one.
Yeah.
They had the same spot, and it was just massively. I'm talking about I don't know how many long boxes there were, and the whole back wall was full of books, man. For that long of distance, it was incredible. But I see my man Biggs.
Yeah.
He gave it $2 super chat. Oh snap, twins. That's right. But Biggs, thanks for that. Super chat. So that gets you an entry. Just want to shout it out there. So that's another entry for right here. So the Grand Emerald Thrawn. So that gets you another entry, and that also gets you another clip.
Yo, Biggs, come
Also,
on, come on the show, man.
yeah. So hold on. Let me do this little clip. I don't have the right way doing it because I have to share it. But
Right,
hold
right.
on a second.
Chief Lutz doesn't have the guts to hear the truth from real cops. That's why we had to go undercover with Detective Foley to solve this case.
That cuts it, Taggart. You're fired.
Yeah? Kiss my ass.
Kiss mine. You're fired too.
There you go. That's the clip I like giving whenever I get a super chat. If I had a better way of doing it, so that was for you, Biggs. And stay tuned, Biggs. I don't know if you watched my other video, of what I picked up at Baltimore, but stay tuned for that. Let me see. I'm off the charts. Everybody's like commenting. My computer's like a little slow here, so I don't know why it's not going too fast.
I'm hearing a lot of notifications,
Yeah, my phone, every time I go live, man, my phone is like blowing the freaking up, man. Either a whole bunch of things going on. He says he can't because he's got to go to bed and you work in the morning.
These guys got to go to bed, man.
That's all right. Joker says, "Oh, coming in needs is a hat and a blue t-shirt." That's hat. all right. So yeah. Big, you're another entry there. So mute your phone. It's all right.
Just sleep is overrated.
Yeah. So I missed out the first one, and I was actually off for the second one. Now, meanwhile, the weekend before that, I actually drove down to MegaCon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, drove down with the wife and one of the grandkids. So, and that was a 4-day event. So I was down there for 4 days. So then I come back. The event was over on Sunday, Monday. So now I'm like, all right, I have next following weekend. I have the Little Giants. So I already had booked, got my tickets, and so I booked already a room. So I left Friday, from PA to get there, and that was another 6-hour drive for me. But I went by myself.
Oh, man. That's
yeah,
wild.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad. I took like the north way all the way around. So technically, I went from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I know that. I know that route.
New York. Then I crossed over. Like I actually went up north, close to Albany. Then shot across through Massachusetts, and then I actually had to hit Vermont to hit New Hampshire.
Okay.
All right, going there. So it was 6 hours. I couldn't wait to get there. I was like dead tired. It was taking me through these back roads and everything. So I got to the hotel. I checked in, and then I said, you know what? I'm gonna go get something to eat. But before that, I said, let me go check what his place is. So this way, I get up in the morning, I know where I'm going. So I get there. I drove. I found out where the arena was, and they saw cars parked inside. It was, guys were going in, setting up, and everything. They're bringing in the books and everything. So I said, let me park the car. Free parking, plenty of parking.
Oh, nice.
So the door was open. I walked in. So I asked a question. It says, listen, I bought my ticket online. Where do I pick the pass? I asked a lot of questions. Oh, yeah, you just wait here. They'll have a red carpet out front. You'll get your passes there and everything. So I was like, cool. So while I was inside, I see them all setting up this and everything. So, the Little Giants already had their books already all set up there because they were running it.
They
So
get this stuff done quick.
I saw Otto walking around because Otto had a booth there. So it says,
okay.
And if I walk in, take a look. Hey, go right ahead. So I walked around, looked around, this and everything. Some people were still setting up, and then I bumped into Otto for a little while. I said, hey, Otto, what's up? Oh, hey, Bill, see this and everything. So a little conversation. So I said, all right, I'll see you tomorrow morning, because I was like dead tired. Right. So I left there. I filled up my tank already, so this is where I'm ready to leave tomorrow.
Right.
I got some food, hung out at the hotel room, and then, got up nice, bright and early, got some breakfast, got there, and then I waited on line. The line, I thought, be a lot longer, but it wasn't. It was still a nice, short, nice crowd. It was hot. That's another thing. When I finally got inside, when I was in the boxes,
right.
It was just the sweat was just coming down. I mean, everybody was just, and this is a hockey arena. You're figuring it's like has to be cold, or they had air conditioning and this, that, and everything.
Well, that's only if they had the ice. So
the books in the boxes were crazy. I told you, or was I bugging? No. Arsenio was hit it right on the head.
That what?
He said the books that were in the long boxes, you wouldn't believe what type of books they were. They were like great books. So I went straight to the Little Giants, because they had a massive table. I said, I'm gonna go there, and I walked in. I went straight there, and sure enough, I dove right in, and I was blown away on the books that were in those long boxes, you know, and I'm like, wow,
Like what?
the selection they had was incredible.
All right. Like,
I'm talking about when you go into a long box, you know how like when you look into a long box, you're like, all right, you go in a number and it has like you go from like issue 30 to 75. You're like,
right.
you're missing that many issues. This
Right.
wasn't that type of con. You go into a box, they had like almost every issue number wise in the box.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow. And not just one copy, they had maybe like sometimes 2 or 3. And then you look and like you decide which one you want. You know, you take the better
Right.
copy, they had the prices in the back. You're like, whoa. I'm like, yo, this was crazy. I never seen nothing like it. I was like, wow, this is a gold mine. I mean, they have books everywhere, man.
So
It was crazy.
How much money did you drop in the little con?
Okay, I spent money wise. I spent 700.
Okay, that's not bad.
All right. The books that I got, everything came out to over 850.
Okay, all right. So you could make your
I saved
money's worth.
about 150 bucks. That sounds like BSC took my Theo's old route. Yeah, it was a long drive. We got brother Gomez, broski, yo, broski. The link's in the chat. If you wanna come in.
What's up, broski?
Anybody's in, man. I put it in the Instagram chat. Yeah, so
Everyone's going to bed.
yeah, everyone's going to. Well, no, Gomez on the West Coast, so he's up.
So Gomez, come on.
Yeah. So all right. So
Broski.
I'm in this hockey arena, you know, and
Well, I know that hockey's popular up there.
oh yeah. Oh
okay,
yeah, they got these championship banners around and everything. It's you know, it's like a nice little, you know, nice little place. And I didn't know this. I didn't know that New Hampshire has no sales tax.
Really? No
Yeah.
wonder my cousin, like my late cousin, technically my dad's cousin, you know, so lived up there, you know, and he would work in New York, and on the weekends he would go back home to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
You know, and now I know one of the reasons why, you know.
Yeah. Small little town where we were, and they had like some type of feast or something. They had the street closed off like near my hotel that you had to like bypass. You had to actually go around. They had a street closed, so it looked like it was like a night, like, you know, great night. It was, you know, a lot of things were going on, so that's pretty cool. And hold on one second. Where that government says, "What I gotta get ready for work." Oh, another one. No problem. No problem. That's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah. So it took me 6 hours to get there. Like I said, it was hot. It was crazy. I was freaking. I had to sit down and drink water. It was insane.
This was how many days?
Yeah, hold on. Arsenio says, Anthony BLC, don't believe me. I like Arsenio there. War books talking about. Yeah, I mean, they were still war books, considering from the first one that a lot of people bought a lot of keys, and there was still massive of war books. There was just wall and books. It was crazy. Al Milgram was there and everything. You guys don't worry. There was a lot of other things going on, but I had a great time. So I had my books. I was diving in, you know, from long box to long box. The lady you know, the people that are behind it says, "Hey, you want me to hold your books?" I was like, "No," because I have to like look, you know, hold my books to see what numbers I have and go back and forth. So I had no problem. So after a while, I had a stack of books, and I was like, "All right, you know what? I have to take a break. I have to go get some water. I gotta go to the bathroom." And said, "Just hold my stuff, and I'll be right back." So no problem. They hold my stuff and everything. So I had to go get a water and everything. It was just hot. And it depends though. It depends where you were. If you was like in near the front or like in the back or the side where the doors were, it wasn't as bad because they did have fans on and the door, you know, you had like a draft. But if you was like dead center, you know, it was really, really hot. You know, so I hung out over there at the Three Men's in the Basement's booth with Otto for a little while, and I started talking with Chinmo and everything. And of course, right next to us was Personal Defects. So I finally got to meet the last defect, Matt, who showed up with Jay. So, so that was the last defect that I had to meet. So, we started talking with them, hanging out with them, having a joking time with them. So I had a good time.
Nice.
So we got figure drawings in the chat. What's going on? So the drive wasn't bad. The weather was hot, but I'm telling you, if you're a collector,
yeah,
you want to go to a con and it wasn't expensive and you're going to get some good deals and the books that they have, the selection and the grading, this is the place to go.
it's funny because I mean, I've been told that one was the one to go to. Also, the one in Connecticut that Biggs and Joker went to.
What, the comic swap?
No, not that one. The one that Jay just went to recently. At the Mohegan Sun.
Oh, that Terrificon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
I have.
Next year I'm gonna have to nail down dates for this one and possibly the first big line, little Giant Con.
Yeah, I haven't done Terrificon either. I heard a lot of great things and everything, but I got Hood Rat Comics. Yo boy, what's up, brother? Go there. What's up, Cat Joker? What's up, man? Thank you for coming down. Okay, did you get a good deal? Arsenio, like I said, I paid $700 and it was $850 worth of books. And imagine, I wish I would have had more money, but I was already broke from the last weekend for MegaCon where I dropped way more than that. But I try to hang out to something, so because I know I was going the next weekend. So, and man, I'm glad I did.
Did your wife let you back in the house?
She doesn't know. She didn't go with me. What's your biggest book in your collection?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what did you get? What was the main book that you got?
Okay, yeah, so I started off slow. Okay, walked up, try to find a spot, because there was so, people were already jumping in, even though it was that long of a table. So I came across the title of Super Friends. So I love collecting Super Friends. So I said, I'm going to pick some of these up. So I picked up Super Friends number 3.
Oh, nice.
It's a recap of the origins of the Super Friends. Of course, it's a newsstand.
Right.
All right. So great condition. They put these in these great mylars. I mean, they look really nice. Great. All right. So I picked that up. I gotta pick up, books like this. I like picking up, for Harry. Right. I got Super Friends number 9.
Okay.
First appearance of Ice Maidens in this one, which right there, These prices wasn't bad either. Super Friends number 10.
Oh, okay.
All right. Super Friends 33. Then they had a whole lot more.
I have a tendency not to pick up any TV related books. Just I always think that they're not going to go up. Of course, the first appearance of Harley Quinn is the one that breaks breaks the mold.
Yeah, Joker say, "Yo, Cat, I'm here. Don't ignore me."
Yeah.
His question was, "What's your biggest book in your collection?" So he's asking me what biggest book that's in my collection right now that I owned. I'm guessing, well, according to cover price, the most valuable book sold sale wise is my Werewolf by Night, First Moon Night.
Oh, okay.
That's according to the price wise, that's right. The biggest book price wise I have. But I'm a big fan of my Spawn black and white variant covers, and I got 2 of those.
Oh, so nice.
I got 2 of those.
What's the biggest book that you bought from the Little Giant Con?
Oh, it's in this pile. It's coming.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I started off slow, with the easy stuff. Then I built myself up. So this is the last issue of the Super Friends. This was actually issue 47.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right. So this was the last issue of that series run. So I picked that up. So which was pretty cool to have the last issue. Usually the first and last issues are usually
right.
Thank you. No problem, Joker. No problem.
Do any of those issues have Apache Chief in them, as far as you know?
I do not know. I mean, it's 47 issues. It's got to have one of them.
It's funny because as a kid, from watching the Super Friends, for some reason, I always liked Apache Chief.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I have the DVDs from the whole TV show, and of course, originally when the Super Friends came out, there was only the main character. You had the Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Superman,
Right, yeah.
Batman, and Robin. That was it. And of course, you know, it had
The Wonder
Wendy and Marvin and Wonder Dog. And then when they changed
that was stupid.
yeah. Then they changed it when they got rid of them and they brought the Wonder Twins in, and then all of a sudden it was the bigger group.
Stupid. Yeah.
All right. And then you had all these characters, you know, that were there.
Right. Yeah. Black Vulcan, which was back then, that was Black Lightning. I forgot why they didn't name it that, but
yeah,
I think it had to do with some kind of copyright issue.
Yeah. And yeah, of course, you had Apache Chief, Hawkman, you know, all these other characters, you know, so it was, you know, I don't know. I think that it changes in the book too. You'll see some Wonder Twins and everything later on. So says, all right. So I did think they have more of these Super Friends. I just picked out a few of them. And then I said, all right. So then the crowd started moving a little bit. So I said, all right. I walked all the way to like the front, you know, because it's in alphabetical order. So all right, let me jump on, you know, A's. I swear to God, if I had more money, I would have bought a lot more books. So
now, are all the books in alphabetical order, or do they have it like DC and then it's an alpha, Marvel and it's an alpha?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like DC and Marvel. So I believe, if I remember right, I think it was like that.
And then you had the indie books.
Yeah. So then I got into my phone, you know, and off my checklist to see what I need to fill in, you know, whatever I was missing. So
having a phone helps a lot.
Exactly. So I picked up Avengers 125.
Is that Thanos?
Right? Thanos, right? Thanos.
Nice.
And the great thing is these books tells you if the Marvel stamp is in the book.
Oh, cool.
So in this one, it says it in the back. It says Marvel stamp is inside, is intact. So it's in the book. So which is cool. So I don't have to open it to take a look.
Right.
But it was in there. So I picked that up, which is a great pickup. All right. Then I picked up Avengers 126. All right. Again, it says the volume stamp is intact.
Okay.
All right. So I picked that one up. Picked up 127. All right. This one is the first appearance of Ultron 7.
Oh.
And the Marvel stamp is intact.
Okay.
So again, all these great looking Mylars, great condition books. Price wasn't bad.
Yeah, look at things. They really take care of their books.
They popped, let me tell you. Issue 130, first appearance of the Slasher, and again, Marvel stamp is intact. So that was my Avengers run that I picked up there. A couple of books, you know, like I said, I collect a lot of different titles, so it's kind of tough, you know, to like pick whatever you need, you know, and like jump back and forth because, you know, you don't want to buy everything in one title.
Right.
You know, you want a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you want variety.
Yeah, so I picked up some Super Friends first. You know, I sort of a fan. That's pretty cool because that's staying in my PC. You know, that's like a childhood type, you know, show that I grew up on. I got the DVD set too. So I picked some of those. And then, of course, some Avengers, you know, picked up some of those and fill in the numbers.
Right.
But then I moved down a little bit more. And then I says, all right, let me check out Iron Man. I'm a big Iron Man fan too. I've been picking up a lot of the Iron Man series. So I picked these up. All right. Iron Man 21. All right. It says here's the first appearance of Eddie Mark. And it says, look, the first appearance of Crispin Dynamo, if I said it right.
The Crimson Dynamo.
The Crimson Dynamo. So I picked that.
Crimson.
Yeah, Crimson. I know. Crimson Dynamo. All right. Which is a great cover. All right. Then I picked this one here. This is the first appearance of Kevin O'Brien, Guardsman.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Issue 31. Filling in there. All right. Then I pick up issue 32. First appearance of Mechanoid.
That one, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, Mechanoid. You know, I mean, these are just, like I said, filling in numbers. Yeah, and then you're finding out that, you know, that there's some appearance in it. No, there's nothing special about this one, but you know, I needed to fill in issue 38. All right, and then I picked up issue 58 of Iron Man.
Okay.
Right, so those I picked up. Those were my Iron Man runs right there, fill-ins. You know, I don't have an Iron Man #1 yet. I do. I believe I have a #2 that's already graded.
Wait, Iron Man #1 that's one of those that's doable.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I mean, if you want like a 7, yeah, you got to dish out some money.
I know you do, but I mean, compared to like an FF1 or an Avengers 1, you know, see, order directly from Igor, but it's a fair price. You have to buy at least $100 worth of stuff, and it takes like 14. That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. That was it.
I have to check.
So again, you know, I dove in a little here, dove in a little there, dove in a little for Iron Man, right? So now I dove in a couple of, you know, so first I said, all right, let me try another, you know, character. You know, I moved on to another box to see what it. But as you can see so far, that a lot of the books that I picked up in those nice Mylar bags, great condition, price wise, and everything, couldn't go wrong, man. You know, and they had the issue numbers that I was looking for, and on top of that, they had more than one copy. So I would pull out 2 or 3 of the copies they had in there. Then I looked to see which one's the better condition, and I took the better one. That, you know, or what can I afford, you know, to take. So I moved on and to another title where I'm like working on. The next one is the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
People picking up Fantastic Four. So I picked up Fantastic Four 95. First appearance of the Monocle, I believe.
Okay.
All right. So I picked that up.
Is the Monocle related to someone?
I'm not quite sure.
I gotta look that up.
Fantastic Four 108. Nothing really special about that I know of.
Okay.
But these are all in great condition. This is what's killing me.
I'm looking at them, dude. They look fantastic, man.
This is issue Fantastic Four 115. It says here the true first appearance of the Eternals.
Do me a favor, turn it around. I just want to see how they put the information on the back. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they put all this information in the back. Then Fantastic Four 117, Arch Goodwin's story, first appearance of there's like a whole bunch of different names that I don't know how to pronounce.
Okay.
Cryon, Caban, whatever, I don't know. There's like 3 people in this, you know, first appearance on this.
People that they won't.
Yeah, if you probably
in a while.
There you go.
Let me see. Chiron, Caliban, and Asmodeus.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what's in this book. So that's it, man. Those were my Fantastic Four. Picked up a little bit of that. You know, filling in, you know, my runs and stuff like that. You know, those get a little better.
Like I did a couple of modern runs, you know, like a number of years ago, and I can't do it anymore because sometimes there's so many issues that aren't going to be worth anything. You know, I mean, older issues, yes. Modern issues, you know.
I tried a complete set. You know, the main titles when I started. You know, way back in the days. So you know, the main characters: Captain America, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, Avengers, X-Men. You know, those main titles like that are complete.
Oh no, the older ones, but I have New Event, like the first volume of New Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
I got all 64 issues, I think it is. The 5th volume of Green Lantern, I got like all 65, 66 issues. I think that one is, you know.
Yeah.
But I know that New Avengers, they have a lot of, you know, a number of key issues there. But with Green Lantern, they have some, you know, because that's around the time where Jeff Johns took over and he did, you know, the whole color spectrum, you know, the orange lanterns, the red lanterns and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, but now they're just starting to come. But, you know, a number of years ago, they really weren't worth much of anything still.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I like back in the days. There weren't so many variants. There's a lot of short runs that are great to collect. Like the Marvel team-ups, the Marvel 2-in-1s, there was like maybe 100 issues, 150 issues to complete the set. Nova wasn't that much. Supervillain team ups wasn't that much. Invaders wasn't a long collection. I mean, they were short collections that you can get like every copy, but now these days, the modern stuff, forget it. If you're trying to complete a run,
Yeah.
it's insane. I mean, I did the Deceased run. Okay, that's only a 6-book issue. It's only 1 through 6.
Right.
It's like over 100 books just to complete the set. I mean,
Oh no, for a full set with all the variant covers, forget it. You can't do it. No, not anymore.
what's up? Christina Pena's in the chat. Thank you for coming down. All right, so I did the Fantastic Four, right? But I wasn't done yet, so I went into another box, and then I started, picking a little bit less because now, as you can see, I picked up a lot of books already. So
Right.
now I'm like really choosing down what's left for me to pick up. So
let me ask you, like the Fantastic Four books, like approximately how much was it for each book?
well, I paid everything in one shot. Like I said, the prices were in the back. So I added up after, I bought everything, like when I had my set, then I added up. And like I said, this whole thing was about $850 price wise.
Right.
The whole thing. And he gave me about $150 off.
Okay.
So, I mean, to me, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
And the books that I'm getting is what I need. Okay.
Right.
The condition. I mean, I was like, I was happy. I was thrilled as what, and like I said, if I had more money, I would been still diving into those boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how much collection they had
I
can still need to get.
I remember the picture just from the first con, so I know that center section was.
All right.
Again,
then I went over to the X-Men.
I was gonna say if I were to pick a run, the run I would choose would be X-Men. X-Men 94 all the way to X-Men 300. That would be my run.
And this is the collection that I have most of my graded books. Most of my graded books are the X-Men, and I have about close almost to 100 slabs.
Damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's worth it though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For the X-Men, definitely. I believe issue 144 of the X-Men going up.
Yeah.
9.8, and anything from there.
Wait, 144?
Yeah, 144.
Holy cow!
That whatever I have, collection wise, going from there, going on 9.8, and then 144 to I'm trying to do to at least to 100, from 144 to 100, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Maybe, it depends.
Yeah.
If with the upgrades, maybe eventually.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a 9.4.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get from 100 to 1.
It's gonna be very, very hard and very expensive too.
Yeah. Okay. Even a 9.4 is a near mint, so I can accept that. Near mint plus is a 9.6, but I do have a 9.6, 1 or 2 in there mixed in. So it all depends. If I buy them raw and I get lucky, come back a 9.6, then
I
get my money.
You a nice deal, on a raw book.
Yeah.
And then you press it.
Now anything lower than that, I don't care. I try to get like a 7. The lower I get, 5, 4, whatever.
Right.
No. So that's how I've been
going.
doing.
Little by little, once you get it, then you can work on upgrading it.
Yeah, eventually. But I got so many books that I gotta send in to upgrade. So I picked up this great copy of issue number 99.
Nice.
All right. First appearance of Black Tom Cassidy.
Okay.
All right. I picked that up. Nice looking book. So I only picked up one X-Men, right? So now, like I said,
Yeah.
So I saw this book.
That's a heavy book.
I actually was already getting ready to pay, for my lot. And he gave me a price on it and said, you know what? I was looking through the books while he was giving me the price. And I was in the Amazing Spider-Man section. And I came across his book and said, you know what? Boom. He gave me such a deal. I said, I'm going to put this in. And he gave me a little more extra deal on top of it. I picked this up. Amazing Spider-Man 59, of course. First Mary Jane Watson cover. First appearance of Brainwasher Kingpin.
Dude, man.
I slapped that on there, and I was like, all right, he took some off. I was like, damn, look at this copy, man. I was like, yo, big time. So I got 2 more books left.
Okay.
All right. So I've been trying.
These are the big ones.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Oh,
They're older books. I've been trying to get this collection. The lower numbers. Me and Erod, we try to find this title when we're about, and I know that this title book is very, very hard to get in high grade. I mean, you see these books all the time, but they're all beat up. It's
right.
like 4, 5 type books.
What's the title?
Alchemist says, "Did you speak to Celeste?" Yes, I talked to Jason. Alchemist. I talked to Jason. Nice guy. So picked up
Tales of
Suspense,
Yes.
59. All right. Yeah, first solo Captain America story since the 1950 Black Knight appearance. First appearance of Jarvis. Iron Man Cap double feature begins.
Okay, nice.
All right. Big, like I said, big Captain America fan. I also started picking it up because you do know, right? The last issue was number 99, and then number 100, Captain America.
American Solo, yes.
Right. So this is like a continuation, and I already completed my 100 Captain America to the end on that run.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, that's completed. So I'm working on these, and these are hard to get in high grade.
Yes, they
When I
are.
saw this, I was like,
Oh, you had to snatch it up, yeah.
damn. And the grade, awesome look cover. So I picked that up, right? So then I wasn't done there. I picked up the next issue.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Second appearance of Hawkeye. You can see the price was right there.
Let me see. Put it closer. Dude, that's great, man. $60.
$60. Second appearance of Hawkeye. Look at this book.
Dude, those colors are pretty bright, man.
What you by just this alone, you're like, you gotta hit that con.
Yeah, man.
And I'm definitely gonna save up money again to go back to this con.
Yeah.
This con,
There,
when I to me it's a gold mine. This is like a hidden gem. The price wise and the condition of the books and the tons of options you had. All this was from one vendor.
Yeah,
One vendor,
yeah,
Little Giants.
Little
I
Giant,
bought all these books out. Little Giants is incredible.
Did you get any other stuff from anyone else?
Nope. Nope. I went there. Like I said, they had like almost a whole entire aisle.
Yeah, the middle.
So imagine all those long boxes, and that's not including the wall of books that they had.
Right.
All right. So I mean, I says, if I'm gonna go there and they had great condition books, it's books that I need, the price are right. It says I'm gonna just make a bundle out of it and try to get the most discount out of it. So like I said, I paid $700 for all this, and this was about, with the prices in the back, about $850.
Nice. And how many days were you there?
How happened?
How many days were you there?
It's a 1-day event. It was only 1-day event.
Wow, one day.
The VIP ticket was only $45 to get in.
That's really good, man.
Yeah, regular price was of course cheaper than that, but the 45 gets, you get in 1 hour early before.
That's the VIP.
Yeah.
That beats what we have here, man.
Yeah, that you get in at 9 o'clock. The rest of the crowd gets in at 10. So you're in it an hour already.
Yeah,
Grabbing, books.
you can take your time. You could relax. Looking at your stuff. You don't have people pressed against you or whatnot.
So you both know about so it was massively hot in there. Like I said, I had to take a break. I had to drink water. I had to sit down. It was just a little too hot. It was actually cooler outside than inside.
Oh man.
Yeah, which made like no sense.
That the sun was beating on that building though.
Well, it's, if you look, I don't know if you've seen it. It's just like a aluminum type building. It's like really thin.
Right.
So I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, this is a hockey rink. It should be cold in here. The
only reason they'll put it on is they'll keep it cold is if there's ice. If there's no ice, they're not going to do that. So
yeah. Well,
I'm surprised that they didn't have the AC on just because it was hot.
Yeah, but it was still right. Like I said, it depends where you were standing.
Right.
in certain places they had the door open, they had fans. It was all right,
Okay.
you know. But in the middle where there's like no windows, no nothing, it was kind of sticky.
How were they with the COVID rules? You like masks? Not
Very very lenient. Nobody was wearing a mask.
okay.
I mean, certain people did,
Yeah.
but
They left it up to you.
it wasn't a massive crowd either. It was that place is so big, and it wasn't that many people.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. That was gonna be my
Yeah,
next
it
question.
wasn't too many people. No, it wasn't overpacked at all. But I asked them. I says, "What is this? More people the second time, or was it more people the first time?" And they said they had a bigger crowd the first time. I guess because the weather was better. But this time was less.
And it was the first con, of the since the beginning of the pandemic. So everybody wanted to go. Everybody wanted to experience it.
Yeah.
So that's why they probably have a lot more people in.
So
And then this is in the summer. People are taking vacations. I mean, as much as you can take a vacation. I mean, there's certain places where you really can't go to now because it's just crazy. But
yeah. Well, I was on 3 Men in the Basement video. If you watch 3 Men in the Basement video, I was on that. They saw me on the line outside,
right.
and then they interviewed me at the booth and everything. And then I did a clip with Pressable Defects, which didn't come out yet, but they're probably gonna do that too. They'll show my my haul or whatever it is. But again,
did you see anyone else besides those two?
I walked around a little bit. Like I said, Al Milgram was there. I looked around. They got this nice place where this guy's got like this book. You pick a book and then he puts all these little characters of the book in a frame. It was crazy. You see it on Otto's video because he showed more of it. But that was real nice. It's actually the real comic book in these things. You can give them your book to put in there, or you can get your book or a side book. Again, nice small place, plenty of room. They had a little snack bar inside where you can get some drinks.
Was this your first time going there?
Yes, first time in New Hampshire con, and the bottle of water there was $2 compared to MegaCon for $4.
Well, MegaCon is that's Orlando. It's like New York City. They can charge you an arm and a leg for a bottle of water. So, and things are probably cheaper in New Hampshire. So,
let me tell you something. I can't say enough of this place. Like I said, this is a gold mine. This is a comic book collector's, dream. That you want to go there where you live. You want to come with as much money as you can to buy, as much as you can, because the conditions and the price, the selection is just it's amazing. I never saw nothing like that. Never. Okay. I've been to a lot of cons where you see a lot of long boxes, but you see one vendor take almost an entire aisle.
Well, I mean, I would assume so because this is their con. So and they said this is the only place. They don't go anywhere. This is where they do it. They do it right. They stay there and they have people come to them instead of them going to the people.
Yeah,
but they'll ship everything out also. So
I did bump into Jason of Common Mint, who was there.
Okay.
Right, and he was taking submissions to grading and everything at the table, which was funny because I was talking to him at MegaCon just last weekend, and so it was like, "Oh, you're here again?" I saw, I didn't know he was gonna be there, so it was funny to actually see him again. I just saw him last weekend. They were down in Orlando, now they're up here.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, and I believe we're gonna run into each other again in Baltimore. I think he's going to Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to Baltimore in October, so I'm going to be going there. He's going to be there too. And of course, in September, Big's been, saying that King Kong thing, Pressable Defects, Barry Gary, everybody's going to be there. E-Rod has the table.
Yeah. So, and they're taking up half the table,
Yeah. So
that's supposed to be September 25th, I think.
Yes, September 25th at the Holiday Inn hotel. That's what it is. So I already booked my room. So I'm going for one day. Yeah, I like to travel one day early and like to get up nice, bright and early. So I'm rested to to go hunting.
I would love to go, but I'm probably not going to be able to.
The price tickets, I don't think is that much money. I don't know how much is it to get. It's like 15, $20 or something like that, I think.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not much, and it's really close. It's on just like on a, Jersey New York border. It's like right there, so it's
I
not
mean, that's
far.
what I would probably do is I would just drive there for the day and then drive back.
Yeah, no. Well, for me, the reason why I'm staying is because I'm driving from PA, so I got to drive a couple of hours, at least two
Oh, okay.
hours. So yeah, I don't want to drive 2 hours and then go. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I like to leave one day early. Hey, I relax,
Right.
and
Right.
then go down there and start hunting because I'm gonna have to drive back home that same night. So
Yeah.
so after Little Giants was done, I packed up, I hung out, helped out at the three men basements table, and just done everything. So I wanted, I still had to drive home, and so I was looking at the clock, which was cool. Here's the funny thing is, they in the middle of the arena, they have the scoreboard,
Right.
with the score. So they had the time clock there, so you can see what the time, was going on. So I had to keep looking at my thing. So I'm looking at this. All right. So if I leave at 12 and it takes me 6 hours, I'll be home like at around 6 o'clock. So I still took a little while longer. So I stayed till 1. I left around 1 o'clock. So
Okay.
I went a different route to go home, which I shouldn't have did. I should have went the other way, even though it was a little longer, but it should have been like a lot less traffic. So I went the other way, which is dumb because I just hit wall and wall.
Well, let me ask you
of
something.
traffic.
Did you use a GPS?
Yes, I did.
Which one?
I don't know. The one on the phone.
Was it Waze?
No, it was.
You gotta use Waze, man.
Gotta use Waze. So
Yeah, I mean, I like Google Maps. They've updated their stuff a lot.
yeah,
They've come a long way. As far as sightseeing goes, I like their maps, but as far as traveling goes,
yeah,
I like Waze better
yeah.
because
So
Waze will actually redirect you.
I use Google Maps both ways, right? So it took me the long way the first time, and then it took me a different way the second time. All right. The first one was going up 87, come all the way around north, and then just
Right.
shoot across to get to New Hampshire. And again, there's really nothing there. You don't go through a big city. It's all trees through the whole entire trip. This one made me come down, go through Connecticut, and that's where the traffic was.
Yeah.
All right. Even though I was still north of Connecticut, I wasn't like down the south part where it's really bad.
When was this?
The Saturday.
Saturday? That's what. Yeah,
So-
you should have left at 12.
Yeah, I was thinking going back the same way, so I decided to go this way. It was just wall of traffic.
Yeah,
Just
how long did it take you to
nonstop,
get?
non-stop traffic. I'm talking about it was just like once you got past, you figured, all right, it's wide open. You just ran into another wall of traffic, and then
Yeah,
another one.
I hate traffic, man.
It was so annoying.
Was it an accident or it was just
No, it's just volume, just tons of volume of traffic. And this is Saturday in the afternoon. You're like, where are these people all going?
because everyone's getting out. They're either shopping or they're going to a beach, whatever. They just want to be out. They want to be out of the house. That's what it is.
It didn't open up until I got to like almost like I was still in Connecticut, but I'm reaching New York when it finally opened up.
Oh, damn, man.
Yeah. So that 6-hour trip, the long way, took me 6 hours. This one took me 7 hours. And the only reason why it was 7 hours because I floored it.
Once it opened up,
I couldn't take it no more. Because I'm doing 85, 90, whatever. Because everybody was just flying after that.
Yeah,
I just went with the crowd, and I was just gunning it. I was like, nah, I can't. So I made up. It would have been a lot longer the way I was driving, but I got there in 7 hours. But I did stop more. I stopped to get something to eat, to use the bathrooms, so I did use a little time there.
Right.
So I probably would have made it home probably 6.5. So which was still not bad. But imagine if there was no traffic, and I would have been home way quicker than that. All right. So
I'm one of those drivers that I have a heavy foot.
Yeah.
Okay. When I was much younger, my one of my brothers and I, we took a trip from from here in New York City to Houghton, New York, and Houghton is an hour away from Buffalo.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so and it was it's essentially an 8 hour trip driving. Okay, we did it in 6 hours.
Nah, I believe it. I believe it.
Because like we cut through Pennsylvania and then we shot up north, and I did like the first leg, and dude, I did not go below 80 miles an hour once, not for a single second once we left New York.
I used to drive a motor coach bus, so I drove like all over the place.
Oh, okay.
I know for a fact that if you would have drove up 87 to Albany and then shot across New York, you would have saved a lot more time, because driving through that, it's more flat land. If you drive through Pennsylvania, it's more mountain land, and it takes you more time to go up and down these stupid mountains than actually going down flat, time-wise.
Not the way I drive.
Yeah. I've learned, certain roads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It didn't help that it started raining and it stopped and it started raining again.
Yeah.
But, there was a storm coming, everybody was like, oh, the hurricane's coming, this, that, and everything.
Over here, it poured.
Oh, no, here too.
Dude, all freaking day, man.
You should have seen the rain, the water that was gushing out from over here. I was like, wow, it was bad here. And look how far I'm away from the coast.
Yeah, I know.
It was pouring here. It was really bad, really bad. So, all right. And like, my question is, will I do it again? Hell yeah. I would definitely hit this Little Giant show. It was definitely worth going. The price of admission, the free parking, the books. I mean, the spot. There was nothing wrong. Everything was 100%. I would definitely recommend this to everybody, anybody. Definitely hit this again. I kept checking the website to see when's the next show already. To see when
the next one's going to be, I think, next April, because I remember them saying that they do it twice a year.
Yeah, I think
they do once in the spring.
It all depends. 3, if for the most, if possible, but 2 is an average. Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely,
if they do it next year, maybe I'll make a trip out of it. Our chemist says April 23rd.
April 23rd?
Next spring.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Driving, I don't know what's going on, but how like when you're driving on the highway and you get to the rest stops to go use the bathroom and everything?
Right.
A lot of them on 87, on both sides, going north and south, were under construction. They were closed. You couldn't stop to go use the bathroom.
Well, I mean, because with COVID, originally, they wouldn't allow you to use the bathroom, period. And whether it's stores, whether it's rest stops, no matter where. Because
Florida, they're all no, they're all under construction. They have fences up because they're doing work in them.
Unless what they're doing is that they're I can't think of the term. They're redoing all the bathrooms, but
I don't know if they're doing the bathroom, but they were closed for that, because I did come across one that was open, to the public, and everybody was in there,
Of course, because that's the only one that was open.
That's what I'm saying. They all had fences up where it looks like they're doing construction design. So trying to find a bathroom was not an easy thing. Unless you pull off the highway, and do what you got to do. But you try to find a bathroom, and that was a killer. But imagine I was stuck in traffic.
That's why, to me, if I can't stop at a rest stop, I'll stop at a McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King.
Yeah, you would have to pull off an exit to do that. It wasn't like going into a rest stop and then get back on the highway. You actually had to get off and exit, go find, like I said, a McDonald's, Burger King to use the bathroom. It's the only way. But when I was leaving and I'm stuck in traffic, and I'm like, oh man, hell no. I says, when I find a rest stop that's open in Connecticut, I'm pulling up, because I am not gonna either try to get out to take a legal. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Sure enough, I found one. I got off, went to use the bathroom, went back in the car, and then took off again.
Right.
So it was just crazy.
No, but it sounds like you had a great time.
You put a link in.
Yeah.
April 23rd, Old School Comic Show. Is that the same one, Little Giants, or old school?
Yeah, that's the same one. Yeah.
Same one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't have my schedule up for next year yet, because they look like they're changing shifts to where I'm at. So I don't know what my outlook for next year is.
What do you do?
I work for the electric company in New York.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. So they look like they're changing shifts now, because a lot of these guys are calling in, out. So they're changing everybody around. So I don't know if it's gonna affect me yet. I don't know yet. I don't know if it's gonna change yet.
Right.
I have to wait and see. That's why. But my schedule is already up to like December. That's not gonna change right now.
Okay.
So that was the end of that. So yeah, it was a great trip to and everything. Definitely gonna go again. Hopefully I'm off the 23rd. I would like to go. And April's got to be a lot cooler. So I got to see how that works out. But
yeah. Anything in particular you're looking to pick up tomorrow?
I'll just wait. I'll just skip. I have to skip a couple of days. A couple of weeks now. So I placed an order. I just received the CGC order today. It came late, so I'm probably gonna do that live show tomorrow about 8 books. Came in. I don't know what the grades are. I can't remember what books they are, because this was an order from March.
Holy crap!
I'm just getting it now. As soon as it says, I'll be sure no flights in the mansion in Hamptons. Get my money. Yeah, so I finally got an order back from March. I got it. Here's 8 books. And here's the funny thing, because I was just saying this, I think yesterday I did a live show, and I sent in 2 orders, but in the same box, right? It was like 2 tiers. A modern tier and a economic tier, I think they call it.
Right. Yeah.
So I sent this in somewhere in June. All right. So of course, I got the tracking number. I checked with United States Postal Service. Says, oh yeah, it was delivered in June 26th. That's the day it got there to where it got delivered. So all right, June 26th. All right. So a week go by, 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks. I'm like, okay, now it's a month. And I'm like, all right, it's still not in the system. You're like, what the hell?
Dude, it won't be in the system for about 3 months.
Yeah. So then I called and I said, listen, just wondering, first of all, my order from March is still there, but the working dates have been passed already. So, I'll put a rush on it. This is it. Okay, thank you. But also, I sent in another order. According to the United States Postal Service, you guys got it in June 26th. We're in August. Late August. It's already been a month. It says, well, we have a link where you can put your tracking number in, and it'll show in here. It says, all right, no problem. So when I got off the phone, I put the tracking number in. It had no information on it, and it's already in August. And I'm like, okay. So now September came around. Of course, it's September. As you can see, it's September 25th. So like after 2 weeks after that phone call, I put the tracking number in.
You mean next?
The tracking number finally popped up.
Okay.
Finally saying that they received it in August.
Yeah.
But it's United States Postal Service has shipped it, and they gave it to them in June.
Yeah.
Okay.
What they do is that they put, from what I've been told, okay, obviously there's conflicting reports, that when they get the books, okay, they'll scan it in their system, but they won't receive it until it's officially out of their storage. And it could be sitting there for 2-3 months.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, this is the reason why they said you could take your tracking number, the same tracking number of the United States Postal Service, put it in the system. All right. So when I put it in the system the first time, it had no info. That means they didn't even get to my box over a month already.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe it.
So the second time I did it 2 weeks after that, I put the same tracking number on it. Now they said that they got it. Okay. But it's still not in the system. So I just checked my CGC today, and sure enough, guess what popped up? My orders from June that was delivered in June 26th, which is
marked as received.
2 months. Right. 2 months, and now it's going to start from this date, the working days for the book. So I already wasted 2 months
Yeah.
just for that alone.
And that's one of the reasons why people are pissed with CGC, because how they receive books, how they mark them, it's ridiculous. There's no rhyme or reason to it. When you get the books, you should mark it as received, so that way a customer knows it's in your system.
Yeah,
it's there. Mark it as standby at least, so that way they know it's there.
They used to be a whole lot faster checking in books when they first got there. 2-3 days later, they had it in receiving, and then it's in receiving. But at least you know your books are there.
Let me see something real quick.
But imagine waiting over 2 months for even to get to that point, because once in receiving, that's when the date starts. The clock starts to tick until they get to that point. So they wasted 2 months of my time. Now they're gonna start using the clock at this time.
Did you send it? You send it modern or economy?
No, it was 2 orders in one box. One was modern, one was economy.
So that means that you're gonna be stuck on economy's time frame.
Yeah.
Okay. And dude, economy? Did you do fast track?
No, I don't do fast track.
160 days.
Wow, went up.
160 days.
Now I know
that's
the way
5 days a week.
Right. The way it works is, if the orders start shortening up, like if they get less orders, the time frame gets shorter.
Yeah, that's not happening.
If they keep getting more books, more orders, the time frame gets bigger.
Yes.
So this is what's going on. So people, I know I'm one complaining about the time wise, but we keep sending books, and it's just gonna get longer and longer and longer and longer. Especially now with the cons all popped up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cons. Then you got the that they have the special signings, so people send in all their blank covers and whatnot. So, and they keep saying, "Oh, that's a different department." Yeah, I don't believe them for a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I send books in for in-house signing at CGC, and that's out of their hands, because it's up to the artist when they get there to sign books.
Now, not including holidays, because remember, holidays will also make it longer.
Yeah.
32 weeks. So there's 13 weeks for every 3-month stretch. So, dude, you're talking over 6 months.
So you're not looking. You're looking at next year.
8 months. Yes, you're looking at a bare minimum of an 8-month stretch.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Rob Snyder says it's not just CGC, but CBCS is doing the same stuff.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I know that it's not as bad, but it's still long.
Yeah, it's still long. Well, again, it's work. It's business. It's growing. So CGC is overwhelmed, and CBCS is just as good, and they're picking up a lot more customers, and they're starting to feel it, because now they're slowing up because they're getting more work, and that's the main thing.
Let me check CBCS real quick. Because a few weeks ago I was looking at them, and with let me see what their turnaround time is here. For modern, for grading, modern is 17 weeks, expanded is 19 weeks. Okay. Now, if I wasn't pressing a book, because obviously if you press it, it adds to the time. So let me see pricing. A modern book, costs $16 for members. If you want it for 2 days, it's 36 bucks. So essentially you're paying a little more than double. Okay. But instead of it sitting there for 17 weeks, you get it back in a week. And depending on the number of books, it may be worth it, if you cut the number of books in half, yes, you wind up paying more, but instead of spending 17 weeks there, you get it back, a whole lot faster. You save 16 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do fast track or nothing like that. I mean, because I use the extra money, and to send more books. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna spend money to get them back quickly.
Yeah.
I got
If it's a book that I want to sell,
Yeah.
I would do fast track. But in this case, I would actually do the 2-day modern for CBCS.
Yeah.
Because fast track is an extra what is it, $6 I think. So $6 means let me see, what is it? 14, blah blah blah. 1 day minus fast pass, $9 for a book for members. So that means that if you do fast track for CBCS, it's $25. So for an extra $11, you do 2-day modern. So I'd rather do that than fast pass. Fast pass is, what's the turnaround time for this one?
Well, the best way to actually to avoid this is if you're gonna send books that graded, try to keep sending in books like on a regular basis as much as you can. This way, when you're sending in books, you be getting back books and it's a real long time. You have to do a lot of orders for that to happen. But
that's what I want to try and start doing. Like I'm gonna try and start at one a month. Just one.
Mm-hmm.
And the following month send one. Following month send one.
The way I do it is I send in 2 orders in one shot, 2 different tiers. Because one tier is going to take longer than the other tier, because modern's usually quicker than that. So if I'm going to send it in, I might as well send in 2 different tiers. So this way, I save on shipping. I put them all in one box. And then, the time starts clicking for one. I'll get the moderns back first. And then the other one is still, there. So I have to wait the extra time for that. But at the same time, I'll send in another order, again, with 2 different tiers. And I try to rotate it, that way.
For me, I'm just trying to get my feet into the grading game, so that's why I'd rather just start slow, start with one, and as I begin to sell and get money back, then I could start adding and do that, different tiers and whatnot, so.
Well, I try to send in my press books that I send the E-Rod. Once I get those back, then I send them in. But now I'm thinking, says, well, now I'm getting pressed. And now they sit there for 2 months. The pressing is going to come out, and the books are not going to be the same that I wanted.
Not necessarily, because, all the books are, depending on how they put them, more than likely they're going to put them, flat.
Yeah.
So that pressing is still going to hold.
I got who that up late BLC. What's up, guy? Yeah, man, just hanging out. Went over my Little Giants haul, talking about the con and everything. Yeah, so right now at CGC, I got about 4 orders there. And I did another order when I was at MegaCon. So that was another 18 books there. So I'm waiting for that to get in the system.
Okay.
So right now I got about 40 books at CGC. Okay. That's not including the 18 that's going to be for MegaCon. Tack that on. And I just received 8.
Yeah.
So... and I'm trying to find time to do an auction because all these cons that happen on Saturdays where I will usually do my auctions, and I'm trying to find time. So I already got a short box sitting right here under the table waiting to do an auction, grading books to get to sell. And I definitely need the money because I've been spending like crazy at the
I know exactly what you mean.
But definitely these books here, these books are gonna be shipped to E-Rod, get pressed.
Just one quick question: How long does E-Rod? I know that he's behind. Yeah,
he's like 14 weeks from what I heard.
So, 14 weeks for E-Rod, which I know for him that's it's a lot.
I already have orders at E-Rod for a while.
No, what I'm saying that if you're starting on a book now, it's 14 weeks for E-Rod.
Yeah,
and then it's gonna go get graded, and it's gonna spend 8 to 9 months dude. You're not gonna see that book back for a year.
Yeah,
it's a year. That's what it works out to.
It is what it is. I'm part of the problem. I keep sending books to get graded.
What's funny is that, like 6 months ago, the baseball card market, that's how it was. That you send a card, you wouldn't see it for a year, and I made fun of them. And now the comic book market is in that same boat.
it just grew. It just
Yeah.
you know, everybody's sending books.
It ballooned. I can't believe that it's 160 days. I really can't.
It's like I said, I'm part of it. I keep sending in books. Like I said, I'm trying to send books, so
It's
this
all,
way it rotates, so I get some books
Yeah.
back. You know, because I like to slab, especially my signed books. You know, I love getting slabbed.
Yeah.
You know, and I like selling it the way it is, especially through my collection. You know,
Right.
it's easy for me to ship. This is just the way I am. So the way this is working out. So if guys are buying slabs from me, let me tell you something. With this long wait time, this is better off. You know,
Yeah.
grab some slabs this way.
But I know that for one thing that CGC may need to consider is limiting the number of books people are requesting. You know, they may have to, you know, do until that time frame comes down a bit. You know, because I mean, like 25, maybe 25 books for one order. You know, and
Gotta stop that.
you
That's
can't-
money. That's money out of their pocket. They're not gonna stop.
No, I know that, but it's either that's going to happen or people are not going to send their books in. So either way, they're going to lose. But the question is, how much are they willing to lose?
I don't know.
Which one would incur a bigger loss? You know.
I don't know. I meant to show this to Biggs, but Biggs already. So when I was at MegaCon, I came across this book. I mean, it's not a big book, but I saw the book. I seen the title, and I know Biggs is a big fan. So I picked this up, and I'm gonna give it to him as an A-OK. I picked this up.
Oh, nice.
King of Monsters, number 3, Dark Horse.
That's cool.
I just saw it. I was like, you know, I don't know if he has it, like, you know,
Right.
but I know he's a big Godzilla fan. So I was like, I saw the book. I said, this is Biggs. I said, it's Biggs all the way.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, you know, and that's it. So it's getting late. So something in the morning. So you got anything going on? You want to let people know? Say goodbyes, or
I'm behind on my videos because I had a procedure done, but tomorrow I'm going to be posting my video for the books I got on August 4th. I don't know if I'm going to jump ahead just to make things current or if I'm going to try and catch up. You know, I'll make that decision over the next week. My goal is to try and catch up so that way, you know, everyone can see the books that that I bought on YouTube at least. You know, I'm still going to post my stuff on Instagram, which everything is current there. And I do appreciate all the people who have supported me on Instagram. And I hope that you guys continue to be patient with me as I get my stuff on YouTube situated.
all right.
So,
I see who that gave a little thing that says sent 10 modern books to CBCS 2 modern and took 1 week. Getting them tomorrow.
Now, like I said, it costs more, but you get them back so much faster. Now, to me, if you're looking to flip, it may be worth it. If it's for your personal collection, I can see waiting because you know it's just going to sit in your personal collection. So,
to me, I'm in no rush, no matter if it's flipping or personalized.
You're in a
I get them back. I get them back.
You're in a good place right now, you know.
Yeah.
But me, you know, if I started, I would probably spend the extra money for one book just to get it back so I could try and flip it, you know.
Yeah. But like I said, you know, I try to get into that routine where I send in books, you know, so this way it comes back, you know, like a conveyor belt, you know, send, get, send, you know.
Right.
So it is what it is. And who that says if you remember, it costs less than CGC.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Good night, Alchemist.
Later, Arsenio.
Arsenio, and 36 members. CG Fast Track Mountain is 37. All right. So you save yourself $1.
And you get it back a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah, well, I do have my first CBCS 2 books. I gave it to Biggs. He sent it in. So I'm still waiting. I don't know how long it's been. I think it's been like 2 months. So when I get them, I get them. It's 2 books signed. That's why I send them because for the people, you know. So can't wait for them to come back to see what grades they are. That'd be awesome. So, and that's it. So tomorrow, hopefully, I don't know, probably around lunchtime, I'm gonna do the CGC unboxing, see what I got back, see what it is. Maybe it's something to flip. I don't know.
I'll probably have my LCS around that time. So
yeah, 12 o'clock. You know, because I have to like find time to do it because I got the guy coming to fix my garage door tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, and that's it. After that, my vacation's over. Gonna have to go back to work. You know, that's gonna be rough after being off so many days to go back and
Yeah.
and hopefully by next month I'm gonna try to do an auction in September. So stay tuned for that. I believe I'm gonna try to do it the 18th, right now, and of course the 25th, which is the next final week after that. I'm gonna be at King Kong, checking out what they got there. And then in October, I'm gonna be in Baltimore for 3 days, a weekend.
Wow, you're a busy little beaver, man.
Yeah, and hopefully that's gonna be the last con of the year for me because I'm running out of dough. I'm at to start, collecting again. And the way CGC is with the books, I'm not gonna see any books coming back for me to flip to make some money. So that's gonna be, not every book I send to CGC is to flip.
Right. Yeah, I know you have
some of it's keeping. If I send doubles, I keep, that's flipping. Right. But the older books I'm keeping, so a lot of works. And then of course, it's mostly holiday time at that point. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So I'll be busy with all that going on. So, and that's it, man. I thank everybody for coming down. Thank Anthony for hanging out with me late at night. It was a pleasure. Guys, if you haven't subbed to my channel, please do so. Hit that notification, this and that. If you like what you saw, what I collected, I'm accepting comments of what you think about Little Giants show, the books I got, any info, it will be great. Please do so. So I thank you so much. So I'm gonna leave it like this. Peace.
Later.